Hello, and welcome to Why I Love Warhammer, the series where I go into an unscripted ramble about why I love something in this hobby. And on this episode, we're doing the Orruk Warclans, but part 1 of 2, because there are too many models in this army to give the overall vibe of it justice, too many ways of playing them. So, part 1 of 2 is mostly dedicated to one of my channel members because memberships are now open, and we're going to be talking about the Kruleboyz. And then at the end of it, we're going to be talking about my personal favourites from the faction, who are the Gore-gruntas. So, because the Kruleboyz are brilliant in just how they look, the way they're presented, the aesthetic design of them, and also I think and also the way that paintings opened up to them. I'll get into it in a bit. And then with the Gore-gruntas, I love pigs. I'm a simple man. I love pigs, and I love models that ride a mount. It's a match made in heaven. So, with that, I'll say if you want more positivity about models and stuff in your feeds, please drop this video a like and subscribe, and leave me a comment about do you like the do you like the Orruk Warclans? What do you like about them? Are you a fan of the Kruleboyz? Do you like the Gore-gruntas? Which do you prefer? Are your reasons deep? Are they lore based? Are they shallow like mine? Talk to me about the rules for them. I don't go into rules on this channel because rules change. I talk mostly about aesthetics, and where I know good bits about the lore, I talk about that. So, yeah, let's have a discussion. I love reading all your comments. So, yeah, here we go. Okay, so, first model from the Orruk Warclans, right? And this one, it's the killer boss on the Corpse Ripper Vulture. And isn't that just the most metal sounding name? Honestly, my main thing with this is I love the bird. I think Games Workshop are brilliant at sculpting wings, and I think that they really they really kind of give people a chance to show off their painting chops in a way that's accessible to start, but to make it look really good takes a significant degree of mastery. I'm also developing a realization over the course of this channel that I really like wings. I get the feeling that my favourite model in 40k, my favourite model in Warhammer total would probably be something mounted that has wings, which means this is close to it. It's a mounted model and it has wings. If it was a flying pig, we might have an absolute winner. So I just think this is glorious. I love this. I like how he's on it, almost like on a throne. I do like the squig shields as well. I think there's a beautiful looking sculpt, and I love that standing on a log like this. I think there's something about it that just makes me very happy. I also like this fallen downy wing down here that doesn't actually match the colours up here. It's kind of like it's a neck feather almost. Okay, next, this one is... Yeah, this one's the Snatcher boss on the Sludge Raker Beast, and everything about that is a hilariously, a hilarious name to me. I think the Kruleboy on top is neat, but I love this beast. I think it's kind of dinosaur-like, it's crocodile-like, and it's kind of gorilla-like in how it's walking on its knuckles. Like gorilla meets Calicathir meets other dinosaurs. It's just a really interesting model. I love the hand. I love these kind of the three fingers there. I think that the overall build is really interesting. The way it walks, you're not really sure if it's... I get the feeling it could be bipedal if it didn't have anything on its back. It kind of emphasised the cruel aspect of the Kruleboyz. But even then, I think it's just a fascinating build. And yeah, I just, the colouring is really interesting to me. And I'm not sure, but I feel like based on the colouring, maybe this is some kind of other type of Kruleboy. You know how with orcs, like everything is kind of an orc, from an orc to a Gretchen to a Knob to a Grot to a Squig. They're all basically the same species. I'm wondering if it's the same for the Kruleboyz and if this is like another type of Kruleboy. Okay, the classic, the battle line, the gut rippers. What I find fascinating with these guys is, I mean, A, they're hugely varied, and it really emphasizes that ramshackle nature. B, I love squigs, and all their shields are squigs. And you get the feeling that these are specific shield squigs. They've not like skinned a swig and put it over a shield. These are actually just squigs. But what I find fascinating with these guys, and with Kruleboyz in general, and this is where I'm talking about the painting, it is that painting. So not everyone gets on with contrast paints. That's fair enough. It's a weird medium to use. But I feel like Kruleboyz are built for contrast. I feel like you do the black undercoat, you do the contrast grey zenithal to kind of get all the raised areas. And then with these guys, what? A red for the shields, a green for the skin, a leather for the clothes, and then you use other paints to do the details and armour, right? It feels like these guys are built for that, and I feel like the way they've been designed, the various crevices and stuff, it feels like they're just designed from the ground up to use contrast. And in terms of giving people a really good entry point for that method of painting, to make models look good, basically very good, but again, lowering that barrier to entry. I love lowering the barrier to entry to the hobby because it means more people play this game, and that's what I really love. I really want more people in this game, in this hobby. And I feel like, these guys, it demonstrates how you can lower that barrier to entry using contrast to paint models that aren't just armour. And so I have a huge respect for the Kruleboyz and these gut rippers specifically because of that. Okay, this thing. I have no idea what to make of this thing. This is... I don't know what you're caught. I don't really know how to take it. It's just an incredibly strange model from the Kruleboyz that is like, it's got like Harry Potter house elf vibes to it in a way that skeeves me out. It's kind of like this mount is enjoying its place there. This isn't the marsh crawler slug off. It's a different. Maybe it is. I'll call it a slug off. But it's just really weird. Like, it's got the drummer, it's got all the got these guys on top. But I'm not over this guy who seems to be enjoying his placement. He gets off on it. Skeet again is interesting in a way that makes me personally uncomfortable, but that means it's doing its job. Okay, these guys, these the monster killers. There's the man skewer bolt boys. I think crossbows are awesome. I love the ramshackle nature of these ones. I think they're really, they're cool in design. I love the scars on this guy's chest, as if he's had a few misfires in his time. I think I think crossbows are really interesting, and I love how they've kind of got crossbow bayonets. I think that's something that you just don't see a lot of in fantasy war games. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I just think it looks really cool. It has this really very savage aesthetic to it that I can't not enjoy. Okay, these guys are more more Kruleboyz type monsters. Just trying to get the name up for them because they are they're interesting. They're and that weird kind of off yellow just makes me it kind of feels very decaying to me, and I think that makes them feel more savage, and they're kind of like underlings almost, like below even the below even the gut rippers. And something about that just it makes me very happy to see these guys feel like the mob, and they've got kind of Tolkienian orc helmets, but yeah, they just feel these guys feel like a shambling horde with these like makeshift stabby weapons that I think just suits them to a T. Okay, got another guy on the vulture, and I think that yeah, the Gobsprak, the named character. I think his throne looks more resplendent. The vulture still looks glorious. Everything I said about the other one, everything I said about the killer boss on Corpora Vulture, still holds true for this guy. I think it's just a beautiful bird with a really cool guy sat on top of it on a throne. Okay, the breaker boss on the Maya Brute Troggoth. I think Troggoths are cool. I love the double clubs. I think this guy's cool spear is interesting. It looks a bit like a cattle prod. I also like the touch that it's tied to his wrist, to his wrist to his wrist armor. I think that's nice because you can kind of throw it, but it comes back without it being a boomerang. It doesn't need magic. It's just a piece of string. That really adds to that believability of that being a weapon. It also feels like the Troggoth is going to try and shake him off, and so he needs that weapon attached to him so that he doesn't drop it. Crossbowman, the Beast Skewer crossbow. Killbow, Beast Skewer Killbow. It's just really fun. I like how this guy's taking it really, really seriously. This guy's trying to put it back and he's struggling. These guys are kind of along for the ride, trying to aim. There's something about it that's just really over the top in a way that I just really, really enjoy. Okay, Dakanin Crew. This is one of those things that I'm pretty sure it's like a Warcry set that's been put into Age of Sigmar proper. I think because they've all got such personality. I love this grabber, this trident. I love this grabber here with the ball on it, and yeah, these guys they feel very cheeky to me. So huge fan of it, and of course the bird. I enjoy the bird. This guy's got a bird cage around him rather than the bird, which again, it's a nice touch. And the whip's I like how the whip's been designed as well. The ball and chain though is my favourite part of this group. I think it's just really fun, especially seeing like a massively, massively heavy weapon being wielded by something so tiny. I like that dissonance. Okay, now we have this is just Swamp Boss Scumdrek, main character. Everything I said about the Snatch Boss on Slugrate Beast holds true here. It's just a really cool, just a really cool mount. I think I love this guy's tail. I love the way his claws are. A really just interesting thing. I feel like this guy respects his mount more than the other one, just because he can open his mouth and he's not got his eyes covered. Okay, now we're on to the Gore-gruntas. I just think orcs riding pigs. I love orcs. They're fascinating. They're funny. They've got. I like the biology of them being kind of fungal. I love pigs. I think the boars are interesting. At the moment, they've got a really cool rule where the more they charge, the more powerful they get. So it's just a really cool thing just to have. Every single one is an absolute dream. And these guys being the battle line unit, just big orc carrying a big spear axe thing, riding a pig. I don't know what more I can say really. They're just it's orcs riding boar. I just don't know how you can really top that. This might be one of the coolest things in Age of Sigmar to me. Orcs riding boar. And yeah, I'm going to have to call it there, because otherwise I'm just going to spend 15 minutes saying, orcs riding boar. Orcs riding boar. So I'm going to stop myself there, say thank you very much for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe to see more unscripted rambling hype in your feeds. And until I've got links in the description, and until next time, I hope you are all having a really good day.